Hi everybody, Shannon Petrovich with Therapist Talks. 6 life hacks to improve your self-esteem. Low self-esteem is not only epidemic, there's not even a good understanding of what it means. Many confuse arrogance or narcissism with positive self-image, when truly the most solid sense of self looks very content and humble. Today we'll talk about what real self-esteem is made of and give you 6 ways to improve yours. Having a solid, positive sense of self is to know yourself and to love who you are. This is not about looks or achievements and doesn't come from doing anything to act confidently. Number 1, who are you? Take a few moments and ask yourself to look at your character. Are you kind, caring, empathic, honest, honorable, noble, able to be selfless when someone needs you to be, able to put yourself aside and be there for someone else? Are you a caring mom or dad, brother or sister, daughter, son, or friend? In other words, what are your values and how well are you living them? Frequently, those with the lowest self-esteem have great character qualities, but they don't value them. And they think that because they're not the most beautiful in the room, they're not worthy. So look at these and take stock for yourself. When you see your strengths, build on those. If there are weak spots, take note of those too. I need to be more generous or more empathic or more able to listen or treat others more caringly. Those are the kinds of things to pay attention to. Number 2, what gives your time and your life some meaning? This doesn't have to be changing the world, but it can mean changing your little part of it. Whether you bag groceries or you run a multinational corporation, do you light up someone's day or do you ruin it? Does your presence in a room create warmth and collaboration, or contest and frustration? Do you spread vicious rumors and get people at odds with each other, or do you bring people together and create a fun, creative, and enriching atmosphere? Are you living your values at work or school? And again, take note of your strengths and your weaknesses and commit to celebrating and improving. Number 3, celebrating and improving. Take a moment to celebrate the miracle of who you are. If you came from a challenging environment and you're a loving, giving, empathic person, celebrate the miracle of enduring, surviving, and being yourself, even in the midst of the trauma or challenges that were your life. If there are areas you're not feeling good about, then focus time and attention on those. No one's perfect, and you won't be either, but you can pay attention to those attributes and improve yourself. As you do, you'll feel better about yourself. Number 4, self-esteem shines as a light from inside out. It's not a cool outfit you put on. When you're done this internal house cleaning and taking stock, your personality will start to shine from the inside out. You know and feel the truths of who you are and what you're about, and you feel good about yourself. You know you're not perfect, but you feel some sense of solidness in yourself, and that shines. Number 5, you're not rocked by others' antics. When you have a solid sense of self, others can be arrogant and you don't engage. Others can be directly or indirectly insulting and you don't participate. Eleanor Roosevelt famously said, "No one can insult you if you don't participate." Think about that. If someone's insulting you and you have a solid sense of yourself, you just say inside your head, "Wow, they must really have a wonky sense of themselves to have to put me down to feel better." I wouldn't want to live in their skin. You move on. When your sense of self is solid and comes from the inside, the external world can't steal it from you. And number 6, real self-esteem is humble and not boastful. When this solid sense of self comes from inside, you don't need to boast or draw attention to yourself. You exude confidence from the inside. Not everyone will perceive it, but quality people will. They'll feel it and they'll respond, and those relationships will be meaningful and substantial. You don't need superficial in your life, so don't seek it and don't wrap your life around attaining it. It's empty, and ultimately it's kind of like putting frosting on a turd. It might look nice, but it's still a turd. Don't be a frosting-covered turd. To know and love yourself is simpler than you think, and the hardest part is to look at the journey differently than you probably thought before. Find yourself and be yourself, and you will also find connectedness, depth, meaning, and purpose. If you've appreciated this video, please share it on your social media and subscribe to this channel. You never know when your sharing might help someone else who's struggling. Take good care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you again soon.